Alrighty, welcome to part 2 of Stupid Atheist Tricks. Now we're going to talk about the no true Scotsman alleged fallacy today. Now this one is so simple, I won't spend much time on it, but I want to continue a little bit with the previous one, maybe two in here, and throw in a few things as they come to mind that have come up in the discussions. Now, you know, our previous video, which is really 2 videos ago, but I'm reversing the order of them here because I'm doing a stupid Bob trick. But anyway, you know, if a person can't laugh at themselves, we're all human, we all make mistakes, we all have partial vision of what's going on, and if anybody takes this smug I'm superior to you approach, they just make me want to puke and say, you know, this is stupid, because humans of all things should be able to laugh at themselves, but you don't have to laugh all the time. You know, you can actually realize things, you can actually know things, you can actually have a crystallized absolute understanding that, hey, I see this clearly, there is no doubt about it. It is possible to do that. But a lot of people presume, and they really think they've done that, and it's sad to see them flounder in their confusion. But anyway, hopefully after those times people are going to learn to laugh at themselves. And so I'm here to help you do that if you've been taking these untenable positions for some time, because to me this stuff looks so utterly childish, and you've got to understand, I'm the original internet evangelist. I got on the internet in 1986. I've been reasoning with people in news groups, and then, you know, I mean, we called it the internet back then where I was. It was called Usenet by most people, but maybe we coined the word. I'm not sure at my university there, but anyway, no, Al Gore wasn't there, so that couldn't have happened. But anyway, thing is, I've done this so many times, and the process is always the same, and it's pretty boring to me. It really is, in a way, but I care about people, and so I'm trying to go through and document all this stuff and get these things down to where people can understand it. So anyway, I keep making funny sounds here. That one's really funny, the old fart piece of it. Yeah, if we realize that when people say no true Scotsman, you know, they're always trying to apply this to the thought that, you know, they can dissuade a Christian from having a convincing argument when they say, but wait, you know, the Roman Catholics were not real Christians, and they go, oh yeah, it's the no true Scotsman fallacy. Well, no. Jesus defined again what a Christian is, and he said it's someone who has a relationship with him, and that if anyone loves him, they will obey his commands. Are his commands not to, you know, kill people? Not pretty transparent? I mean, of your own initiative. I mean, before that, there were laws, and they were in place to create a picture of the kingdom of heaven on earth. And God used the tribes of Israel to execute this business in their various forms. The priests of the tribe of Levi were orchestrating a core element of that, and each, you know, tribe had kind of a function in the works there. But as God used them to create this picture, eventually, you know, it fulfilled itself in Jesus Christ coming forth to offer the sacrifice. Through the ages were various things that showed people that they couldn't keep the law on their own, for instance. God challenged them with this covenant. He knew they couldn't keep it because he knew they needed relationship to do his will. He gave them the law that applied to their time. Some of those were health laws, some of them were immutable laws. For instance, don't have any other gods before me. That's never going to change. God is always not going to want us to have other gods before him, because these little gods are actually things that were called gods by the culture, so he was trying to relate to the culture, but he revealed that these were not gods at all. They had no power, they couldn't see, they were just things that people made up to worship, or actually worshiping nature, which God had created instead of God. And anyway, the thing is, you know, when Jesus came, he said, I'm giving you a whole new direction. You know, you said eye, tooth before, but I'm telling you now, if somebody, you know, comes and whacks you in the face, ow, to just not strike them back, but to just take it and return, you know, their evil for love, to think of their best, to just, you know, bring to them something that is going to bear witness of God's love for them. Even though they crucified Him, He still said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. He set the ultimate example of love in the face of persecution. So no matter what someone does to us, you know, we should return that in love as a Christian. That is the absolute premise for being a Christian. If you don't do that, you don't love Jesus. You see? He said, if you love me, you obey my commands. He gave that command. Did the Roman Catholics do it? No, not when they were persecuting people. So naturally, it's not that there's no true Scotsman. It doesn't even apply. We're talking about an absolute definition. This is the definition of being a Christian. Jesus Christ set it up, and if people do not do that, then they're not Christians. Or something they made up. And why don't they call it after themselves? Why don't they call it, you know, whatever the name of the bishop was that thought of this or that, or just, you know, make up their own little religion? They can have millions of them if they want. But don't call it after the name of Jesus, and don't try to hijack His name to legitimize yourself, you know. So that's what's going on. And how do you protect your name if there's always some dweeb there going, there's no true Scotsman? It doesn't apply. It's a stupid atheist trick. Ta-da! Anyway, yeah, yet another stupid atheist trick revealed. Bob Weigel of Sound Doctrine signing off.